high, it was far, and it was gone.
Hey, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Frolfcenter, presented by Frolfer Magazine. It's the 15th of April. It's tax day. Oh, it was tax day. It's 2021. I'm Austin Lytle. Adam, Cody, what's up, gentlemen?
Yeah, I guess tax day is a month from now. Yeah, Braves won today, so there you go.
Hey, chop on, ladies and gents.
Wish the fish, boys. Hey, don't forget, guys. Frolfer Friday, week 5, the penultimate week. Short pads tomorrow, so make sure you get that ready. We're calling it Canton Caviar. We have a time change. We're going to tee off just before 5 p.m. or at 5 p.m. sharp. We're going to still start signing at 3:45, and then you can warm up till 4:45, and then we'll get going. So I want to put that out there. Also, if you are watching at home and you want to win a bunch of free stuff from DiscDot, we have a giveaway we're going to do. Let me put up the stuff and the information. We got like $75 with the DiscDot stuff to give away, courtesy of our guest who's coming up. So all you got to do, tag Frolfer Magazine and DiscDot USA on your favorite Glow Golf post on social media, and you're entered to win. That's it. The 1100 rated headman himself, Mr. Cody Vitale.
What's up, everybody? Glad y'all are here tonight. Just been running the weekly doubles at Lee Farm. If you guys are in Durham or Raleigh, come check it out. We're going to be giving away a ton of stuff as a free CTP coming up to my tournament May 2nd. May Madness, powered by Frolfer Magazine. Other than that, we do have one hole sponsor left. I've got 17 hole sponsors. If anybody out there in La La Land wants to sponsor a hole, they're $20. Give me a shout. And tonight at 8 p.m., if you guys are interested, Boomtown is opening up its registration to sponsors only. So if you'd like to sponsor a hole and reserve your spot, 8 p.m.
Or you can sponsor the Ace Run Pro thing, right? The drone sponsorship too?
Yeah, they do have drone sponsorship, which will earn you 2 reserved spots.
You get your logo on like everything, like 7 videos or something.
Yeah.
I heard. So anyway,
cool. Ace Run Productions doing it, and you'll get your logo in that. And 8 p.m. disc golf scene, Boomtown number 4. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah. And before we didn't even do it, what is everybody drinking tonight?
I don't even think I need to even answer it.
Yeah, it's G13. What you got?
I'm going Free Flow IPA tonight.
Okay, who makes that?
Man, you always ask me this, and I should always be prepared, and I'm not. And Vermont beer, Otter Creek Brewery.
Otter Creek Brewery. We got to give him a shout out. I'm drinking gin and soda right now, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm not normally a gin guy, but it's hard up in the house. I forgot to go to the store today, so. Anywho,
sipping on gin and juice.
I know I had orange juice, but I think it was kind of old. I was like, I can't do that. Okay, we're gonna get right to it. Our next guest is a friend of the show. He's been on before when he was working for a different company. It was a little boutique disc manufacturer. Now he's moved on to work for DiscDot USA, who make a really fun, kind of unique way to practice at night on specifically putting. He's going to tell you all about it. He's the social media manager. He's the sales manager. He's the team manager. So he's got a lot of different hats in the company. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our friend, Mr. Pat LaPage.
Welcome back, Pat.
Brought to you by Back Pocket Brewing from my hometown of Dubuque, Iowa. This is a blonde lager.
Nice.
But yes, as you guys had mentioned, I am a jack of all trades within DiscDot. Wrong one.
There it is.
And yeah, I mean, ever since I heard of them back in, I believe it was July of, actually, it was right around the time when I was promoting them with you guys on your last show last year in July.
Yeah, it was like the last thing we talked about, I think, on that last show.
Yep. Yeah, I had to sneak my way back in because I forgot to give them a shout out. But
nice.
So
what?
then,
yeah. What brought that along? The change from AGL to DiscDot. How did that come to be?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I think, and I'm not going to try to, put anybody down because that's not my intent.
We're not trying to do that either. Yeah,
it was a weird direction that I was going with the AGL way. Not that they had any influence on what I was doing personally, but I was more or less leaning towards like the marketing and putting my own products out there and doing stuff like that. And I didn't really want to, move into that kind of market. I still like to be on the back end of things. And that's mainly what I do with DiscDot and what I did with AGL. But I just, I see a lot of promise with DiscDot, and, the sales prove it. And so not that I don't with AGL, but they're booming as it is. They have a huge fan base. They have a lot of people that are interested in their products,
So is this what you're going to do every couple of years? You're going to find this new small disc golf company and
jump
say,
around.
Hey, I think I should
them up.
go work for them.
I can make them successful.
I mean, that's what I really have done for the last like 6.5 or so with my Disc Golf Dude page that I operate.
Yeah.
All right.
I do a lot of different brand shout outs and reviews and giveaways. And that's really how I came to be, was doing a lot of giveaways,
Yeah.
I'm really glad to see you didn't do away with that after the last interview. You were talking about maybe doing away with it, but I see the revamp.
Yeah.
You're doing things.
Yeah. I think I found a good niche with the industry as a whole. I think I found that niche with DiscDot in particular, solely because I really enjoy the sales end of things, but where it's not a manufacturer. Not saying that DiscDot's not in high demand, because it is. We have to restock a lot now, but just there's not there. It's a very simple product, and simple products yield simple results. I mean, they're really easy to sell, and there's not a whole lot of products that we have in our lineup that, you really have to do a lot of pushing for. So, I mean, the transition was more or less, I was trying to get away from just sales and doing all of that to doing more of like reviews and kind of having my own, feel for the media marketing that I do. And I do, with my media position, I do 3 posts a day. Around those peak hours that Facebook and Instagram tell us.
Morning poop, lunchtime, and
7:30 on a Thursday. Yeah.
Actually, it's you'll see all of our posts. They're usually either 10 or 11 in the morning. Then it's either 3 or 4, and then it's either 7 or 8.
Nice. Yeah.
So I hit like that morning break, lunchtime, or after. Yeah. All the kids are home from school, and
then that after dinner special.
Yeah, got somebody taking their last hurrah for the night, and catch them there. But
finally got time to look at Instagram. What did DiscDot do?
Right. Yeah. So I do that on a weekly basis. I take the weekends off from that, unless there's like a big tournament or something like that going on. Then I'll kind of share, hey, Ricky won this particular tournament, blah blah blah.
Right on.
So, what's the history behind DiscDot? Like, how did DiscDot come to be? Like, what was the idea? Who owns it?
Okay, so it's Rick and Natasha LeClaire out of Florida. Okay. He used to be in a far different industry. He used to be an engineer of sorts. Had his own companies and all this other stuff, and he took up an interest in DiscDot. Him and his wife did. And he's got 3 little girls also that traipse around the course with him. So they discovered disc golf about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And he, when COVID hit, like a lot of us around here, we've taken a hit in our job industry. So he shifted from one end of the engineering spectrum to, hey, I like disc golf. Let's see what I can come up with that. And so around, June or so of last year, I had met with him, maybe May. And he had, kind of told me what he was all about. I had seen some random post on Facebook of a very, very, very early stage prototype of the Dot. And, I thought that's going to be something. That's not something that's out there, and it's very simple. And a lot of people kind of knock it a little bit because it's so simple, but it's those simple things that work, man. I mean, think of Baby Shark.
Oh my
right.
God.
It's simple. It's to the point.
Right. Not saying that, your kids are going to flock to this or anything. I mean, I guess I hope so. But, it's just those little simple ideas that people really grab onto, and, they take it by the horns and, run with it. And I think it's great. I mean, we're always, scheming and coming up with new products daily.
So if nobody's ever heard of DiscDot before, I know you've got some behind you. I've got a couple in my hand here. What exactly is DiscDot?
So okay, I will grab a dot.
Yeah, give us the trade show spiel.
Well, let me grab a production dot. I'll do a production dot and a prototype dot.
Okay.
So this right here is the proto dot. This is just a standard molded at home dot, and you'll see these little clasps right here, and this kind of opens up a little bit, and what it does is it snaps perfectly onto most I will say about 90% of all baskets. There's a couple out there that we have run into, but you'll have that. But it snaps into a link of choice. For me, I like just this offset to the left because I'm a lefty dominant player. I don't want to go straight for center because I have the possibility of running it out the right side here. So I like just a little bit to the left. That's my sweet spot. And you can adjust it as you see fit. Like let's say today you're not really feeling that, so you want to be a little bit more dangerous, kind of go a little bit closer to the cage there. And also, I like to use, so when you see my setup as I entered the studio, I have my red dots placed over to the side. That's my no-no zone. I don't want to aim for that, so I have red. And I got the production dot right here. You'll see that this is a little bit more cleaner in terms of, shape and just quality. But this is a little bit harder to open up, but mind you, it's still pretty easy.
I mean, hard to open up means it's going to stay on too,
Yeah, and it's and a lot of people have asked me before, hey, is my disc here? Is it going to hit this dot here and fall out? Is that going to be an object that's not going to really help? And no, it doesn't. The material that it's made out of, it's more of a rubberized material than a plastic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's a nice little blend. It actually kind of absorbs that impact upon where you hit it at, and it not to say that it's going to help your disc fall down, but it's not going to deter your disc from jumping all over the place. So
and I think one of the main selling points from the DiscDots that I got for the tournament, thank you guys for sponsoring 2 holes at the May Madness. By the way, it seems like they're probably going to last forever. Or a very long time.
They're made to weather the elements. Of course, if you have it outside in the backyard, where there's 100% exposure to the sun all day, every day, you're going to like everything. You're going to have some sort of sun fading, of course. But
right.
I mean, it's also small enough to where it may not as much as it would, your car.
I mean, they're extremely affordable too. That's the missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they glow?
Okay, so some of them do.
Some of them do. So maybe this opaque guy here might.
So I have another cool product of ours, and Adam, I think we sent you one of these as well, the tag-alongs.
These guys. Oh yes, tag-along. I got it right here. Yes.
Yep. There you go. So the tag-alongs, they come in 3-link, 2-link, or 1-link. And what they do, they're a nice little accessory that you can use your carabiner to clip onto any part of your bag. Mm-hmm. And essentially it's your little DiscDot carrier. But also, I mean, even if not, shoot. That still looks pretty cool, huh? You can hang your keys off of that.
Everybody likes a good bag too,
Yeah, for sure. And actually what we have recently started doing, these little charms at the end, we had gotten little wooden pucks that we are customizing. He had gotten a laser engraver.
Okay.
And we are starting to introduce that to possible customers as well, saying, hey, get 10 or so tag-alongs with your order. We'll throw in the custom engraving for your order. And some of the tags are
bag swag, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you can make this is an easy way to create bag tags for a putting league. Easy.
Or I'm saying bag swag. It's like,
definitely.
That's
definitely yes, definitely the bag swag. But now that you mention it, definitely bag tags too. Because we have the capabilities to print your PDGA number, print a tag number on there.
1 through 20 or whatever.
Yeah,
that's a cool idea.
For sure, man. So you heard it here first. We're gonna probably come out with bag tags.
Frolfcenter exclusive, everybody.
So how many employees does DiscDot have?
Me.
Okay. One. Who's making this stuff?
Yeah, the folks in Florida.
Okay, so we have a molder that we go through, It's actually I think it's a family member of his that works at a injection molding company, and just so happens that they were able to, create molds that come up with these cool little guys.
Fit the specs.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's going to be like any other injection molding place, we're kind of bouncing around, looking for, different, places that may or may not do it, but, we're pretty set and happy with what we've been able to pump out. I mean, these are pretty quality. Yeah. When I got the first production dot as compared to the proto dots that I've, received in the past, I mean, it's night and day, but they're both equally effective. So, yeah, so we got
Jason, they are perfect players packs. They give a great
we've got it
for the players packs, and I'm giving them away at my tournament. Yep. If you would like one, Jason, I bought a couple extra. I'll send you one. Just shoot me a message on Facebook.
Yeah, and we offer that as well with our wholesale pricing. We have a specific players pack section where we can include. Actually, for yours, I believe we did just a one dot pack for you.
Yeah, one dot. And they put in these little dime bags. It was great.
Yep. Yeah, and comes with a little info card in it and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. You got the info cards too, right?
What's that?
Did you get info cards as well?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Sorry, I was reading Jason's comment.
No, you're good.
Yeah, they all have a card in them with the website, I believe, and the DiscDot, and I think players will be very happy.
Yeah, dude. So, I mean, that's huge, and I think that speaks wonders about your social media presence and as well as your marketing, guru. You've definitely seen significant growth since you signed on with DiscDot, right?
Yeah. Not necessarily. So Facebook's kind of a weird monster. I think a lot of people have been shying away from Facebook as of late. They're more going towards the Instagrams, the short and sweet TikTok videos. And so I think that's where we're going to end up at some point. I'd actually created a TikTok for myself today. I'm really disappointed in myself.
Really disappointed in you.
Hey, we all got one.
There's a lot of people up there that,
Is Instagram not owned by Facebook?
It's just people
which
like
is
that
weird.
Visual content, I think, is part of it too.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. I don't understand social media.
So yeah, we've grown significantly. I think we have close to 2,000 followers on both pages, on both the Instagram and the Facebook.
Nice.
So I mean, we started doing all of that back in, I think, August, the social media stuff.
Nice.
So
dude.
This is super fresh then, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, already, we've had, and this is something that I've actually never been able to accomplish with my own personal disc golf dude stuff, which I'm happy with. We've actually landed so many different support systems. Like we currently have a deal with Gatekeeper Media right now, where we are replay sponsors for the entire national tour.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we have that, and most of those replays are going to be putts. So I mean, that just made sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
So we have that going on. We just recently sponsored a skins match, the actual last updated skins match from GK Pro. So we did that.
Nice.
The drop is actually Tuesday.
Nice.
So we're sold in huge retail settings. We have OTB, we have Foundation, we have Infinite Discs, Clearwater Disc Golf Store, Sun King. All the big heavy hitters have DiscDot in their possession right now, and so that to me is really significant in terms of where I feel this brand is going. Because we have a lot of range of products that we can offer. We have the zipper pulls, for instance. We have 12 different colors of zipper pulls. Yep, you got
Like
them.
I said, you guys, if you're reading this, the ticker at the bottom, you're going to get all this stuff I've been showing off. If we pick your photo. So
yeah, and it's high quality stuff. I mean, this like Adam said, this is stuff that's going to last. So we got our name in a lot of hats right now, and I'm really happy with that, and I'm excited to see that the majority of the community supports DiscDot. Some people are still stuck on that old, I don't
know why you wouldn't support this. This is just another training aid to make you better.
Yeah. Especially with all the things you just said that you support. You know, you're doing the replays, you're sponsoring the skins matches. You sponsored my tournament.
It's old school mentalities, guys. I mean, it's just the people that are like, oh, well, why would I need that? You know, I can just put a piece of tape or, you know, put something on there. I could put a tennis ball.
Or just tie wads. But I mean, at the same time, it's like support your fellow.
Yeah. No, I
the balls really feel good in the hand too, people.
Yeah, they do. I was gonna say
you can really jiggle them around a little bit.
Yeah.
Good one, Cody.
Here we go. It's early, boys. It's early, boys. Still. We're still not in safe harbor yet. Not even
through my first beer.
And the other thing too, you got to remember, like haters hit the algorithm the same way that positive comments do, and there's 8 times as many haters as there are positive comments. So they're clicked too. It's internet point. You're getting internet points.
Absolutely. It's part of my reach. It's part of whether they like it or not. I mean, we actually, and this is something that I was really happy with. Did you guys happen to see the video ad that we did for Shooter McGavin?
Yeah.
Yes. You get the cameo with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made us think of getting a cameo.
We actually we bounced some stuff around privately.
Hilarious. Gilbert Godfrey, maybe.
That's one that I was leaning towards. He's cheap.
Yeah.
I think he's like $150 or something like that. That, or I thought of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, nice. I didn't see that one.
I was trying to find somebody that people would relate to, and I seen Shooter McGavin on there, and I'm like,
perfect.
Yep, that's it.
All it says, because we all quote something from Happy Gilmore like every other round. Like someone on your card will say something about Happy Gilmore during a tournament.
So how did that work? Did you give him a little script, or did you just say, "Hey, can you give DiscDot?"
A little bit of both. We kind of just gave him. So like we had written out that quote where, you know, he says, "I'll see you on the ninth at 9" or whatever it was. You know, we had him say that quote, but a lot of the other stuff was improvised. He had the last bit of that commercial where he says, "So if you're not using DiscDot, who are you?" And then he goes, "Shooter." So I mean, that whole bit right there was all improvised. We didn't ask any of that from him.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so we're definitely thinking about utilizing that again. Maybe possibly doing like a DiscDot like quarterly update from Shooter or something like that. Something silly.
Good. I like that.
All right, bro. We gotta get Adam Sandler on the line.
Yeah, see if we can get them both.
Yeah, we just kind of want to.
That would be as legit as that would be. There's so many hoops you got to jump through, I'm sure, just to get to his publicist. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Just to send a
okay,
card.
maybe I want the caddy. Maybe we'll go after Williams Zalatoris.
Is that the caddy? You look at
the caddy from.
Is that the caddy, or is that the guy that won second place?
That's the dude that took second place at the Masters, but he looks like the caddy from.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. Okay, so that's one part of your job at DiscDot. You have a lot of them. But when it comes to social media, like you're doing the corporate feed, obviously, but are you also like looking at some of your sponsored players and saying like, you know, maybe this would help your social media out? Are you doing a little coaching and stuff like that too?
If asked, yeah. If I'm approached about it, there's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people on the team that, you know, already know, you know, the gist of things. They know how to make their videos. And a lot of them come up with some pretty solid stuff. So, we have 100, I think like 104 or something like that members on our team.
Yeah.
I think basically everybody that applied to be on the team this year got on.
I mean, that's good. That's a good way to start. You got 100 ambassadors, you know.
Boots to the ground, man.
Do you guys think DiscDot has like a vibe as a company? Like, you know, you think of MVP as kind of like one version of disc golf, and Discraft has their thing, Innovative has their thing. How do you feel about DiscDot's vibe? Is there a vibe out there? Is there like a general gist of what we're supposed to be getting off of this?
It's a vibe.
It's hard to say. Like, I think it's still a little too new to kind of get a feel for, you know, the vibe per se. Like, there's still a lot of our team members that aren't very active on social media, so we don't get any real input from them. Not to say that they're not doing it out on their local course or anything like that, because I see a lot of referral, you know, discount codes come in from people, you know. So, yeah, I mean, I would say that more or less we as a team kind of, do a lot of camaraderie for the community. Like there's a lot of TDs on our team. There's a lot of, people that get out and, they're the weekend warriors at your course, getting things cleaned up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think right now we're kind of, centered on that community aspect, that community vibe
I think that's all of disc golf though too. So you've gathered the large disc golf community. You don't have a specific target.
No, we didn't discriminate on, hey, you're sponsored by Discraft, so you can't be in, or anything like that. A lot of our there's a lot of team members that are already sponsored by multiple people.
Right.
So I mean, there's a girl on there named Brittany Horn. If you guys have seen her on social media, she's got like 8 teams that she's carrying on her back right now. So I mean, there's a lot of people that are heavily involved, and so that's what we were kind of looking for. Not just necessarily. More? I mean, it's not. We're not saying no. I just don't know what to do with the 100 people we have.
Oh, sure. Gotcha. Still new.
Yeah.
Still new.
Yeah.
What is included in like a team's players pack? What do you get? Do you get some dots?
That's still one of those things where, we have, a general, like, it's kind of a gray area with right now. We, if people ask, hey, can I get a dot? Of course we'll send you a dot, but we have a 40% off team discount.
Nice.
So a lot of our products are super cheap anyways. So, you can get
40% off. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and a lot of the benefit with our team too. So we have the referral coupon codes. If you see somebody posting about DiscDot and they say, hey, use code blah, blah, blah. Not only does the customer receive 10% off their order, the person that was the referral code owner, that person will get a kickback from that order.
Awesome. So that's a good setup.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a financial incentive behind it too. And so that, when we had started DiscDot, we didn't disclose that to the team members right off the bat. We didn't say, hey, this is the incentive, come join us today, so people didn't go into it knowing that they were going to get that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
They came in with faith in the company thinking that it was a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, we get a lot of our team members that order, wholesale all the time. They'll buy bulk for their events or, for them to sell on the side. We have clients we have team members up in Canada actually that do a lot of pushing for us up in the Great White North too. So
you ever think about getting like cool little team stamps on the side so they sell for more on the resale market, like the Air Force stuff?
Oh, girl,
on the dots themselves.
Yeah, like a little like.
Oh, show me your team stamp dots. Show me.
I'll buy all the team stamps.
That's one of those hurdles that we are currently experiencing. We want to so bad put logos and stuff on dots.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be so great.
I would put Austin's face on a dot.
Yeah.
Hey, wait till the mustache comes back.
I mean, you could just gather a list of the people that you dislike and put them on dots, and that's where you're aiming at every night. You're going to be 1,000.
I was doing it because he's so beautiful. Gets me in the mood.
Yeah, I like the beautiful face. Or
with logos, have you guys looked at printing or maybe embossing, like things like that?
So where they're already molded, it's hard to add to it. We've looked into mold, right? Yeah. So what we're kind of he had experimented with his laser printer. He had attached it down to the table, secured it in with a couple screws, and just tried to etch on it. It can be done. It's not clean looking, so we would like a clean product, of course.
Of course, yeah.
But it's one of those big asterisks on our to-do list. Like that's something that we are heavily considering. We want to do it so bad. But right now,
I feel like that's gonna sell through the roof once you start getting custom orders. That's what Buddy said from Pound Levi.
Yeah.
Custom orders are just blowing through the roof. Like I feel like that's a market you want to get into.
And that gets back to the bag swag. Everybody wants to have their fingerprint.
Right.
Yep. And so that's what we're aiming at. And what we're diving into right now is colorways. So with our gateway, collaboration that we have going on. We're doing a pre-order for a 2-pack of Gateway DiscDot or Gatekeeper DiscDots, mind you.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
And how they have the teal and purple colorway.
Oh yeah.
We have the purple dot, purple and green on its way, and we're gonna pair the purple dot, which will only be exclusive with this 2-pack, until our purples run out and we have to restock again, of course.
That's super cool. That's a really neat. Yeah. That's a cool tie-in.
Yeah, and so we're thinking of, outside the box ideas to go along with like different color schemes. Like the first 2-pack that I actually put together was the pink lemonade 2-pack, and it was a UV pink and a UV yellow.
Oh, that's
awesome. It looked really sick.
Could you give me like an Old Bay with like bright red, royal blue, and
yellow?
Called the Old Bay.
We would have to do. Because we're looking at doing different like shades of colors too. So we have like the classic blue color, which is a lot darker than the teal color.
Yeah.
So that's something that we would have to do. Like if we want to get like real specific with things, we would have to mold a bunch of like different offset colors, like a burgundy, or
some wacky ones.
Yeah. But we are. I had some ideas about doing like some NFL colorways, like support your favorite team and have like clash, matchups and stuff between like the Bears and the Falcons or something like that.
Nice. You saw the Braves hat we did. That was like the goal from day one. Let's do a Braves hat, So
So
here we are.
Yeah, we're definitely working on the customization of the actual dot itself. So that's something that we're going to try to hopefully accomplish by the end of our year one, which is coming up in September 15th, since we did production. So
have you guys considered or researched at all screen printing? Jason Cummings wants to know, not play it, screen print. Can you screen print this? Have you guys looked at that?
We brought it up. We're still in the phases of who do we know, like who do we know that can screen print on that?
I'm going to recommend Jason Cummings.
He might be able to do it.
Jason Cummings, this is Pat LaPage. Pat LaPage, this is Jason Cummings. Hey, get in contact with each other.
You guys are two guys. Jason Cummings got an HOA in his neighborhood to put in a disc golf course, and so we had him on a couple weeks ago to talk about that process. So match made in heaven. Let's do it. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, hit me up, man. So we are. That's something that we want to do for sure.
It would be fun. I like the roll print one. Yeah.
Yeah. So taking a sidestep to the other aspects of your life right now, looks like you're an ambassador for Black Zombie. Can you tell us what that company is about?
Black Zombie. I think this is my second year going now with Black Zombie. They're a smaller group out of Austin, Texas. They're molded by Gateway Discs. I think they have, how many molds do they have now? 6 or something like that. They have the chainsaw putter, which is an adaptation to the Wizard. It's got the Wizard bottom, and I think it's a slightly different top. I forget which the top is, but then they have the new Warhammer. That's a slightly glidier putter. It's more of a stable-ish putter. Then they have their mids, the crossbow, and their recently released shotgun. And
nice. I like it. Kill the zombies.
Yeah. They go with the more hardcore aspects of life. They have a berserker. The berserker is severely overstable.
I bet.
So they have the berserker, and then they have the flamethrower. They had actually just released within the last year the flamethrower 2.0. But yeah, they're a great bunch of dudes. They have their own little fan base, and they do what they call the infection is rising, or the infection is coming, or something along the lines of an infection, causing, with their growth for the sport per se.
Great timing with the pandemic. I got to give them to it.
Right.
Viral marketing, no pun intended.
And also it says ambassador for Storm Disc Golf. Can you explain what that is for people who don't know?
Storm. So Storm, actually, I'm not an ambassador on this team. Not this year. Not this year.
First question.
We'll skip.
No. You're all good.
What about Flight Towel?
And then we
welcome
got
back.
Flight Towel, which I think everybody knows what Flight Towel is.
What are you looking at?
Your Facebook. You should update.
Oh, I should probably update that.
All right.
Yes, no longer an ambassador with Fly Towel, but they have. I mean, all these people I still have, great connections with. I will still give you rundowns.
We'll tell the producer to cut this part out. We're good.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
I have a Fly Towel actually.
Yeah, we were talking about Flight Towel a little bit last time, I think, too.
Flight Towels are dope.
Yeah. Great training tool. Has this little pocket of air that catches your air as you pretend to throw it. You grip this like you would a normal disc.
Yep.
And you can get them in discs that you actually throw. Like this one is a titanium Undertaker. I think this was a 4 times or something like that. But I threw an Undertaker at the time, so I got my disc or my Fly Towel. But yeah, they're great training exercises, and these towels are super legit too. I mean, they clean off everything. But back to your storm comment. Storm, Kirby, crap, what's his last name? I forget. I haven't talked to him in such a long time. Kirby Carter. He and his wife operate Storm Disc Golf. They actually just recently had a baby, so they have been more on a hiatus as of late. But kind of after I left AGL and kind of took my brief stint from, just social media disc golf world for a little bit, I did the same with Storm and Flight Towel and, a lot of the people that I represented last year. So.
Gotcha. Cool.
So going forward now with DiscDot, is there like a specific type of person that is there a specific type of person that DiscDot's like looking? You said that they're sponsoring everybody, but is there like a person that they're looking forward to like going after?
Just people that are super positive on the course. People that are very good. Representatives of both the sport, the brand, and themselves. Of course, we don't want somebody that's on there, posting a bunch of hateful and lewd stuff all the time, and then all of a sudden, hey, come check out our product.
No John Rogers, no Kenny Powell.
But we don't want this. We don't want this guy. No, I mean, obviously, if you're, a great, ambassador and representative for your craft, I mean, then, we won't overlook that, of course. So, I think at the end of the year, we're definitely going to rethink the team a little bit. We're probably going to shape it down a little bit. Inquire with current team members, hey, are you even wanting to stay? Because we haven't seen anything, blah, blah, blah. But, there's really no type of particular person. We like to hit on all walks of life. So
nice.
My man.
So are there any common, not any common, I just want to know, what are the easy fixes to social media game?
Like if you're marketing yourself wrong, like how do you fix it? Like if there's somebody out there who's just like they do it wrong every week.
Yeah, and maybe not necessarily like call those people out, but I just want to know like how do you boost a social media game?
I hate to say it, memes, man. Memes work.
PJ Rodman, man, that guy is my hero.
Yeah, good one, Adam.
It's really about like eye-catching titles, and B, eye-catching, content. Like if you just have, a 3-line sentence, hey, stop on by the shop today and, come blah, 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 you're not going to get as much of a response as if you, put up a picture of, the best and the best that you just got in from your shipment. And then say, hey, this sale's going on right now. We just got a fresh stock, and have a bunch of little emojis popping up. I mean, there's different little eye-catching tools that need to be utilized when you're posting stuff, because people they're just scroll machines. They just scroll. And if they don't see anything that's like boom right in your face right away, they're gonna move past it.
Most of my little YouTube videos have like the pink lettering here across your face, like watch me cook this in my kitchen. Like it's
I don't know if you guys follow Andrew Fish on Instagram, but he posted a picture today that was like I'm putting a bunch of loud text messages on this picture, and he put like more text over here. It was like, just in case anybody doesn't follow me and actually reads this, and like it keeps getting smaller, and it's like I put a bunch of colors behind the picture just to make people like it. It's got like 300. It's got like 300 likes already.
We also
Cat
Merch.
That's weird stuff.
You should see Cat Merch, who's coming on the show in a couple weeks. She had a post today. She's at Jonesboro, and her post, like the text was very much like, I am at the Jonesboro Open, which is nearer to my home than my last tournament. I'm trying to stay in the fairway because that is easier. Like, it was just like, let me just knock out my paragraphs all day.
Yeah.
But it just like drags attention.
It was so fun. I was just like, oh man, I'm so happy for this person to be so snarky about it. Are you doing any like title event sponsorship stuff this year?
Yeah, I mean, we've been sponsoring various tournaments and stuff. There's a tournament called Ravens Rumble that we're going to be sponsoring.
Yeah. Down in Georgia. Down here in Waffle Country.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that one. We are sponsoring the women. I think it's the women's championships. They have three different putting areas, and we're sponsoring all three of them.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So, and then we also have recurring giveaways going on right now with the women's global event. So we got that going on. We do a lot of different, sponsorships with, Cody, like with you, for instance, you had asked, and so we do a lot of different CTPs. We do, just the standard T sign sponsorships. And actually, like yourself, that encourages people to be like, hey, maybe I should get some players packs for this event.
Yep.
And, and like you had touched base on earlier, I mean, they're great little stuffers, and they're perfect. And,
they're unique. Like not everybody has that.
I'm so sick of getting discs. Stop making discs. Give me a towel. give me something else.
Yeah. I mean, the towel.
Love of God. Yeah.
Towels are great. But I mean, you can only get so many towels.
No, I know. But I mean, DiscDot is so cool. Like, it's something, there's a lot of people out there, and I don't mean this in a rude way, but there's a lot of people there who would never buy it, but as soon as they have it, had wished they had bought
it. Exactly.
They'll get like a red in their player pack, and they're like, man, I mean, this thing's effective, but they have teal too. All right.
I'd rather.
I'm not a Georgia Bulldogs fan. I'm a teal fan.
I'm not a Bulldogs fan, but I love teal.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Sure.
That's
good.
So
I was going to ask, do you have any players on the team? I know it's a huge team that you think might have a breakout year, like a name that we might start hearing about a little more.
A lot of our team is very amateur. Not saying that they don't participate in pro, in pro level, but they're not like, they're more on us level.
Is there somebody? Yeah, good. Is there somebody whose social media game is pretty good and everybody should follow?
Yeah. So we actually have Zach Biscardi. He is on our team. If you guys don't know Zach, he used to be a part of Foundation.
Okay.
Okay.
And he had split with them to do his own thing, which is very admirable. I don't blame him one bit.
It's a big move, but it was the right one.
Yeah. Is he doing a podcast for DGPT? Is that not Nick from?
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't know. He might be from Foundation.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
We're not sure yet.
I haven't listened.
Okay. Anyways, so we have Zach, and he's tied in with us as well as, I think, Disc Golf 978. I think I said that 948, something like that. It's a newer company. And he does a lot of content for us. Robbie Crawford, if you guys know who Robbie is, he does a lot of content for us as well. Who else? We have, I don't know, man. We just have a whole range of people that just do a lot of different things for us. But in terms of like a player that's going to have more of a breakout year, we actually have one of Canada's top rated professionals on our team.
It's not Ryan Watson, is it?
His name's Casey. I would have to pull up his last name, otherwise I'd butcher it without looking at it. But yeah, his name's Casey. He's a good guy, and we're actually reaching out to him to see if he wants to do a little bit more in his area. And obviously we'll help him out on the back end a little bit more. But we're trying to land some bigger names. We at the beginning of the season, we had reached out to Ricky, we had reached out to Ezra, we had reached out to
which Ezra, Outerhold or
Robinson, baby. The Ezra you need to be reaching out to is Robinson.
He's been killing it too, man. So we're looking at a lot of different names. Do you guys know who Alden Harris is?
Yeah, I've heard Alden Harris.
Actually, Alden was on my card the entire weekend that we had that 4th of July tournament.
Oh yeah, yep.
Alden was on my card, and that kid slayed, man.
He throws real far.
Yeah, I taught that kid everything he knows.
Oh, you say that every time, and you haven't taught me.
Say that.
I will still claim credit for Alden every single time his name comes up.
Did you guys notice that after that tournament, that's when people really started knowing him? That's because he was on my card.
He was, yeah.
Of course.
Let's give credit.
I didn't teach him the social media game. I taught him how to throw the frisbee.
I think it's because everybody loved that tournament so much.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was really it.
Was that the one with the bottle rockets for the 2-minute warning and then the big mortar?
Always,
baby. That's how I do it.
Oh, it was so good. Anyway.
Dude, the bottle rockets or the Saturn rocket lasted so long it took the whole 2-minute warning.
We took those I think the ground I don't know what they're called, the ground blasters or whatever, it was like the ground cannons or whatever. That weekend when we came home, we had actually set it off. We forgot to put it on a flat surface like a board or something. We just had it sitting out in the yard.
Oh man.
Yeah. Everywhere in the neighborhood.
Trust me, I know. I've done the same thing. I know exactly what happened.
So, Kate still has the scar. Yeah.
So yeah, there was a lot of good moments with that weekend. I had a lot of fun with that. So thank you for that experience. You'll always be in my heart with that one.
You never forget your first Cody rodeo.
Well,
it's not a tournament; it's a rodeo.
It's a rodeo, man. You're just trying to hang on to this thing.
Sign up for the May Madness, sponsored by Frolfcenter Magazine.
Yeah, May Madness.
I heavily recommend it. I won't be there, but I'll be there in spirit.
Powered by Frolfcenter Magazine, not presented by Frolfcenter Magazine.
Powered by.
Because that makes sense.
We got the porta potty.
So you got anything new you wanna tell us about? Anything dropping in the next month that we can tell the people about or anything?
We're working on some really unique things right now. So we're actually looking at changing up some different dynamics of the dot. We're actually thinking about adding some things to the dot. To include,
like a double dot, maybe.
Nice little set there.
We're
thinking of and we'll include a little bag. Yeah, we'll include the baggies with it. There's your ball sack right there.
The cag and sack.
No, we're thinking about doing things differently. Maybe looking into like possible glitter dots.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Metal flake.
Yes.
Yeah, that's already copyrighted.
I guess glitter sounds a little bit too feminine.
No, I mean, it looks like glitter.
Prodigy's got glimmer.
Yeah.
So.
Glimmer, yeah. Or we're looking into swirls.
Ooh.
Swirls are hot right now. Swirly is hot.
They are.
That's 40 that adds $45 and it takes 10 strokes off your game, I've heard.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Yep.
Or then you got to contact this guy.
Yeah.
No, we have a lot of different things going on. Like I said, we're working with various media companies to get more of our name out there and on the screen and stuff like that. So you'll see a lot of us, within these tournaments.
Hanging out at Frolfcenter, all that good stuff.
Yeah. As always. We had actually reached out to Ledgestone. We were like, we got to get in on that.
Yeah, we want a commercial on that as well.
Yeah.
I wish. They've actually said that a lot of the stuff that they get is donated, believe it or not. And the amount of people that are on that list, like 2,000 something, like
wow.
I wish I could donate 2,000 dots.
Yeah.
Wow.
But things
like that's somebody's
like that.
Being like,
but that's such a good thing for disc golf, though, bro. That's such a good thing for disc golf.
It really is. Just at the point where we're at with our manufacturing, I mean, it took us almost a month and a half to get this last restock. We were bone dry.
How do you level up? Do you buy another machine?
Do you buy your own machines?
We just order more frequently.
Oh, is that what it is? I wasn't sure how that worked. I was like, where's the bottleneck here? I was trying to help you with
because our industry, with the dots, we're hurting just the same as these disc manufacturers. We can't pump them out quick enough, and the products. Yeah, and the products are coming, like the plastics and all that stuff. They're coming a little bit harder to come by. So, we it's crazy because we just got the bulk of our restock within the last week, and already we're talking about doing more. And we just ordered over 16,000 dots.
What a great problem to have, man.
I know it's not a bad problem. The only part that it turns into a problem is when you have like 15 different, retailers or TDs or something like that are stacked up. They want 500 dots. They want, 200 dots of this particular color. And then all of a sudden you're out. And now you got to wait 4 weeks. And
you're running like a straight up like net 30, net 60, net 90. And like you're a full on like invoicing kind of company, right? I mean, you guys are.
Yeah, So, kind of like my interactions with Cody, I won't, go into too much with it, but I wouldn't, we had a conversation. He told me how many he wanted. I kind of let him just, come to me. Hey, whenever you're ready, just let me know. I'm very open with my clientele. I like to have a conversation, but I also like to get to the point. But as soon as they're ready to pay, here you go. And then, we put you in a queue, and as soon as it's ready, we ship it out. I know a lot of people don't really do it like that, but unfortunately where we're so new and we're still getting, relationships built and stuff, we don't have the trust level, to do a net 30, net 60, net 90, Right,
yeah. Okay.
So, but a lot of people, we haven't had, really anybody come forward and say, hey, we don't do business this way. So, things are going good the way that they're going. So, why beat a dead horse?
I had to pay, for my Prodigy disc before they left the warehouse. And I worked for them at one point. I worked for them for a year. So,
yeah, I've done that with almost every custom order I've ever done. I've always had to pay before I've received. And that's absolutely, to me, that was always the standard,
Yep. So, shout out to Prodigy too for being the only company I could find discs from
right now. Yeah,
time of need.
Yeah,
it's pretty dry. Gateway is always a good backup.
Yeah,
Gateway's looking for business all the time. Those guys, that guy just works 23 hours a day, takes a nap, gets back up.
Yeah, he really only goes home to sleep.
That's it. He lives,
and that's me. And that's me actually knowing that from personal experience. I lived with the guy for like 2 months.
Yeah. Oh wow.
When we first started Frolfcenter, I sent emails to everybody like, hey, send us a product, we'll review it. Hey, send us a product, we'll review it. And he's like, I don't have time to email you, call me. And I was like, okay, this is a little more intense than I wanted to. I'll get to you later. But I got okay, I think you kind of answered this question earlier, but like for disc golf media guys like us, and you're doing social media, you had said earlier that giveaways are just like that's the golden ticket. That's the lubricant.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Depending on paid advertisements, like paying Facebook. How do you feel about that?
I don't like to do it because I can generate the same amount of reach on my end than I could with a paid advertisement. With DiscDot, we've only done the one, and that was the Shooter McGavin commercial.
Yeah.
And I had initially posted that organically. The first one that I had posted was organic. Then I trimmed it up a little bit into a nicer, neater package, like a 12-second package or something like that.
Yeah.
And then did that as an ad. But I didn't see really any improvement. I had maybe like 20,000 reach on it.
Yeah. And that's you were probably doing something.
That's Shooter. Yeah, that's Shooter McGavin, man. I can put that in a disc golf humor group and hit that,
Oh yeah. Murder Mike would knock that out of the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So but back to your giveaways and stuff, like the giveaways, they're really good tools to have, especially if you know how to like do the rules. Like what I find are very helpful entry rules if you have somebody tag 2 or 3 people that haven't been, influenced by the sport yet, like, your cousin's, friend or something that you met that you just want to tag, that's another set of eyes on it. That's his friend's set of eyes because he just wants to jump in on it too, because he wants to get into it.
Yeah.
And, you have 200 odd, comments that each have 2 or 3 tags on it. It seems
like it's kind of like the old band scene when you're like a high school kid or like just out of high school playing in a band. You'd be like, well, if we wear skinny jeans, these kids will come to the shows. But if we wear the Metallica t-shirts, we get these kids. Yeah. That's sort of like a conglomeration thing.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you want to win some DiscDots.
Yeah, by the way, tag us. The
tag, tags are important. Tags are definitely important.
Tag us in DiscDot.
And the tags are really helpful too, because you can click on a tag and it'll give you the entire list of everybody that may have shared it or tagged it. You type in Facebook, DiscDot USA or DiscDot whatever, you'll see just a whole line of posts of people that have mentioned it, shared it, etc.
Nice.
So
they do. Social media does some things really, really well, and it does some things really, really poorly. It's a weird thing. I was telling somebody last night, and this is a tangent, but the funnel works one way, like into Facebook, but also works the opposite way coming out. And so that's why some of these algorithms get flipped around and weird things happen. But
I'm never able to fully understand the algorithm of Facebook. I just continue to do the thing that I've done for years, and I still get something out of it. So maybe I need to take a class or something.
Right.
I don't know.
It's working out, bro.
Yeah, it's working. You're obviously doing a good job. You should be teaching some of these classes. Honestly.
Yeah, you might be teaching the class.
Like we might just hire you to get us some hits, man. We need some hits.
All right,
you guys ever want to do a giveaway?
We are doing one tonight. Yeah, anyway,
well, I'll share it. I'll share it for you.
There you go.
Fun questions time.
Woo!
Yeah, you good? You got a couple more minutes. It's been like an hour. Are you good?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
So
I got nothing
saw
going
you
on.
had a lot of culinary experience, culinary background in your younger days.
Yep.
If you had to cook a meal for Chef Ramsay, what would it be?
Nothing. I'd serve the man water. I can't, like, there's nothing that I can personally cook for him that he would not just rip to shreds.
Oh, no, come on. You're
nothing.
Better than that.
Come on, you got to be better than that.
What would be the closest to get you a good grade?
I work at a nursing home as my actual full-time job currently, and I'm a cook and a dietary aide there. And so during the weekends, we like to come up with some more intricate, fancier things for these residents. So
prune souffle, things like this.
Do what?
Prune souffle, something like that.
We have carrot souffle often.
There you go. Good for the eyes.
But I like to do things like turkey dinners, or like I can make some really good stuffing.
Like rib sticking food.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
stuffing.
and I like to cook my stuffing in a sheet tray, so it's like nice and flat, but really crispy on top, but really nice and soft
like
in the
hash
middle.
brown stuffing or stuffing
Kind
hash.
of, yeah. It's kind of like a stuffing brownie.
You see, we still got Waffle House in
so
this
good.
episode. We still got Waffle House in the episode somehow. I don't know how we did
I'm
that.
still hungry.
I haven't been to a Waffle House in ages. I'm gonna have to do that now that we
Next
speak
time you
of
come
it.
down, we got you. I got
We
you.
went to Waffle Houses often when we were there.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Hey, so if you stumbled across a suitcase with $100,000 in it and it said, "Hey Pat, you have to use this for marketing at DiscDot," how are you using it?
For marketing at DiscDot?
I would say let's for DiscDot in general. Let's just go all of DiscDot.
Number one, discs, our own disc.
Okay. Molded by someone or?
It would have to be, Somebody would have to do the molding. Because
would it be a unique disc or a mold or just a stamped?
It would definitely be a new disc. We would also do, and this is something we kind of talked about in the beginning. So we actually do have discs that have DiscDot on them currently.
Okay.
This is a Wizard.
Hemp Wizard, it looks like.
Yep, Hemp Wizard, and it feels so good. But that was the first company that we decided to go with. Because they're super available all the time. And where I've worked with them, previously and stuff like that, I like to go to them for a lot of projects. But we wanted to kind of cycle around all the brands. We wanted to get Prodigy putters with our name on it. We wanted to get Innova putters with our name on it. Dynamic, Discraft, just a whole kit and caboodle of putters. Because I mean, what are we known for? We're known for your putting routine. So somebody gets 5 P2s with DiscDot on it. Well, that's their disc. Well, now that's gonna you get the 5-pack bundle. We'll throw a DiscDot in for free. Nice, so nice. That we wanted to / still want to do. That requires a lot of money and people that are open to stamping right now. But we also want to do our own putter. We want to do our own thing. Maybe even do like a lineup of putters, go from the spectrum of over to under.
I think that's where it's going. It's like regular golf. Some people make better irons, they make drivers, and now you've got EV7 making the pen, that whole thing. Yep.
And he actually, I have a theory that he's just adopting some of the Prodigy putters.
It would be easy for him to do that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not saying that he's ripping Prodigy off by any means. Right. Just that he already knows those putters, so he knows what goes into a putter. So he's taking little bits and pieces of things that he knows works. Which absolutely. Definitely, I mean, I'm 100% for that.
Nice.
And by the way, let's do the plug real quick. Phil Arthur's coming to the show on the 13th of May. Just so
the man himself.
The man himself.
The man himself.
It's gonna be a long episode, I think.
It looks like you've studied a little bit of modern history back in college, yeah?
A little bit. That was my kind of side focus. So when I started college, I wanted to do, I wanted to be a secondary education history teacher. I wanted to teach history in middle schools or like in the 6th to 8th grade range. I just really clung on to history. That was one of the only subjects that I was continuously through my education with getting, great, grades and stuff like that.
So what's one event in history that you think you would want to be a part of
or experience?
I don't know. It's hard to say, because when people think of like traveling back in time to like events, you think of like horrific things, right? Like you don't think of I think I would want to be there for I think the 60s and 70s were a pretty prolific era. Yeah. Like I think that there was a lot of I don't know, to me that was kind of like a modern day industrial revolution of sorts. Like there was a lot of different things coming to light. I mean, somebody had the idea for a computer in that time. Music was really, really awesome. And just the general atmosphere, people seemed like while they were, a lot of people were protesting, there was the Vietnam War, there was, this, that, and the other. I mean, there was a lot of
the movie is in there.
Yeah. So I pretty much just want to live my life as Forrest Gump would,
Nice.
Yeah. Life's like a box of
chocolate.
Minus the bad.
So
minus the bad choices with women, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's done it. Everyone's done it. We all make mistakes.
What about
exactly.
So this ties back to the celebrity doubles question we like to ask, but we mixed it up a little bit this time. If you could choose any celebrity, any star, anybody to do the next DiscDot commercial for free,
not shoot them again.
Who would I use? And you said this is just a general celebrity.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, whatever you want. Whoever you want in the next DiscDot commercial.
I would think that Keanu Reeves would come up with something nifty.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think.
All right.
Keanu's such a lovable guy. Matthew McConaughey too. Have him pull up to the course in his Lincoln.
Be a lot cooler if he did.
Be a whole lot cooler, man.
You put with DiscDots,
and I think
right? Yeah,
both of the new movies are coming out on the same day, like in May. So it'd be like Keanu Day,
right?
And the DiscDot commercial drops the same day.
Yeah. And it would be even more sick as if, they have the commercial drop in the middle of the movies or like the previews of the movie theater.
John Wick's out there with his dog just putting. Just
He just walks over to the basket, clips on a DiscDot.
yeah. It's
His dog goes and
laptop
grabs
for a
him in the
minute.
basket and brings him back.
Yeah, that's good. So if disc golf didn't exist, what would you be doing right now?
I think that I would still be in the field that I currently am, which is cooking. And I've as you clearly see on my resume that you're looking at on my Facebook.
That Cody's looking at it on.
Yeah, this is Cody, not me. I don't stalk you.
I'm the only one that does research. Thanks.
Oh.
I think I would probably stay in that field, just because that's the most knowledgeable that I have. I really enjoy it. There's never a dull moment in the kitchen.
Yeah.
There's always some interesting cats that work in kitchens too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
some real
the truth.
They're
some
called
real fishy
dishwashers,
folks.
and they last about 3 weeks apiece. Yeah.
No, we have a dishwasher that's been with the nursing home for 36 years. She's been in that role for 36 years. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I'm actually, a lot of these fun questions that you ask, I ask this woman a lot of these random questions too. I'll catch her on a day and just say, hey, if you could be a bird, what kind of bird would you be? Just right. I just catch her off guard with these random questions because, bless her heart, she's been there forever. I mean, you got to give the woman some excitement,
Right.
Give her a reason to want to come to work every day. She knows she's going to get grilled with the hard hit and stuff every day that I'm there.
Like,
Do you have any other hobbies besides cooking? Do you have any other hobbies or collections or besides cooking?
Just not really. I mean, that kind of sounds lame, but not really.
Cooking, yeah.
I have a pretty sizable collection of Legos. I think we talked about that, Cody.
Yeah.
I think we were supposed to do a follow up with Legos only.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, yeah, we're done then.
Cool, dude. Cool. Let's talk about Legos.
No. Come on.
Let's go back to our 10-year-old age.
All right. Oh God, Austin's getting a timeout. All right. Do you get time for some viewer questions, real quick? You got time for some viewer questions?
Oh yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't realize you were talking to me. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Austin back in on probation. Jason Cummings earlier asked, and I think he was watching Letterkenny. You ever do rips and throw it to DiscDot? You can answer this. Wrong answers only.
Do you ever do rips and throw like
And I
just
believe
a
that's
full-fledged rip?
No, I think rips is a Canadian slang for cocaine. Honestly.
Then no.
No, yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip past that one.
Jesus, Jason, really?
Jason also wants to know wrong answers only. What's a dime bag?
Oh,
A dime bag? That's a.
it's where you keep all your dimes, man.
Oh, so
I think Cody mentioned that DiscDots came in. Yeah.
It's a 2-pack of DiscDots on sale, is what a dime bag is.
There you go. I love that. And Will Davis III, who I was calling Will Davies for a week, he's the MVP social media manager.
Awesome.
During one of the comments earlier about social media, he's like, use it for social promo, and then the answer to the rest of the questions is Oklahoma.
Omaha. It's Omaha.
It's not Peyton Manning. That's okay. That's a fun one. Okay. Anyway, those were our viewer questions tonight. If you got one and you're still watching, feel free to throw it in. We got a few more minutes.
All right, so we're watching the documentary of Pat LaPage. Who is playing Pat LaPage in the movie?
A younger Steve Buscemi.
Oh, I like it.
Mr. Pink.
Mr. Pink. If you look at, not by my choosing, of course, but a lot of people have heckled me in the day for looking kind of like Steve Buscemi.
Oh no!
Just like it. Well, I
don't see it. Man.
He's a very talented man. He's Donnie in The Big Lebowski. Come on.
If you're in The Big Lebowski,
it's The Big Lebowski.
I actually ran in the movie theater and saw that in a theater like 2 months ago. It was fantastic.
Yeah, The Big Lebowski is where it's at. I don't know. That's who I've been told I look like, so I guess I might as well run with it.
Play you in a movie though?
Who do I want to portray me in a movie?
Like Liz Hurley? Like who do you want to be Pat LaPage in a movie?
Not Liz Hurley. I don't know. Someone completely someone completely off base, like Don Cheadle or something.
Yeah,
Nice.
or Liz Hurley. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I see
Oh,
where
Liz
the
Hurley.
difference comes in.
Now that we've broken that down, I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I just keep
All
thinking
right,
of
brother,
Bedazzled when
I
think
appreciate your
Elizabeth
time,
Hurley.
Pat.
Yeah, Pat, love you. Last question we always ask. You got any questions or advice for us?
Be brutal.
Yeah. When are you guys going to come up here?
Never.
Come up there to
Why?
Iowa.
No, Tennessee.
I'm always in
Durham.
Tennessee,
I'm
bro.
in Durham now, and it's just that's so far.
I'll be
But
there
I
in
got a
June.
place for you to stay if you want to come visit.
Awesome.
Fair
Where are
enough.
you going to Tennessee in June?
June, Tennessee States. I'm
That's-
pretty sure it's.
Right down the road.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll
dude.
be there.
Yeah.
I'm actually,
Yes.
depending on which way you go, I would probably be closer. You
I
may
come up
cut
85.
Okay.
85 to 20 to 40.
Okay. So yeah, you'll probably
Oh,
hit
I can
there
get there
before
on
us.
40. It might not be too far.
It's only like
Yeah,
4
'cause
hours from.
we're only an hour or so from Morristown.
Yeah, I'm going to Morristown. That's what it is.
I'm in
Yeah.
Durham now. How far are you from Raleigh?
Mom lives in Jefferson.
Like
Or
4.5
Johnson
hours, I
City.
think.
We don't need that.
Oh, that ain't bad. Yeah, no, I'll be there then.
4 hours or so.
Yeah, I'll
would
drive
think.
down 40 for fucking 4 hours.
Wait, so we're doing Frolfcenter live from the East Tennessee State Championships? Is that what we're doing?
Ooh, we could.
It's just
I mean-
Tennessee State champs, but we'll be there.
Well, the East Tennessee
I'll-
guys are going to win it. That's why I called it that.
All right, it's Chris
You'll have-
Dickerson. He shoots
Yeah,
18
you'll
down
have
on every
Dickerson
course.
just blow it up. I mean,
Yeah, that's what's
Why not?
I'm shooting for second always.
Those chest putters are going to win it. The guys who just putt from their sternum are going to win it.
Yep.
Yeah, weirdos. Anyway, Pat, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you spending so much time with us. I love the product. Again, guys, tag at disc.usa and at Frolfer Magazine on social media. I send glow posts because they send us some fun glow stuff. We're going to be like $75 with the disc golf stuff and disc.dot stuff. I might throw some Frolfer stuff in there too. So tag us in a glow photo. We're going to take care of you. Pat, I'm going to put you on the big screen and let you just talk to people about whatever you need to talk to them about until you're done, all right? Tell them how to
Absolutely.
find
Thank
you,
you.
how to follow you, how to support you, all the good stuff.
Oh, he's glowing it up. He's glowing
I'm
it up.
going to do a finale here with the glow
A
dot.
finale.
So yes, thank you guys for having me on as always. Absolutely love being on the show. My first time was epic, and this is proven to be very much the same. I love you guys. Anybody that's been watching disc.usa.com, we got all sorts of great products to include a glow dot that I'm charging up right now, to these tag alongs that we had just recently introduced, to all your favorite colors that may help your putting routine. And also, anybody that's watching as well, you can use code DiscGolfDude at checkout to save 10% off your order. And if you guys are looking for wholesale or any sort of pricing whatsoever, you can go to email us at sales@disc.usa.com. Now, before I sign off here and check out, I'm going to shine this up, turn my light off, and throw a putt. And after I make that putt, you guys can carry on my wayward sons.
Love it.
So I have my glow dot.
Oh, dude, that thing's vibing.
God, I
Well,
hope
I
he
mean-
makes the putt. I hope he makes the putt.
Let me turn off my other light.
Dude, that's sick. Oh!
So I have my glow dot right here, getting all charged up. I have my other UV. You can see the UV dot on here. I don't know if you can. Let me turn my camera a little bit better. There we go.
There you go.
So you can see the UV under the black light there, but you can't see it when the light's not on. So this is how bright the disc dot is. I am actually going to use my,
Oh, yeah.
I have a glow disc dot putter. I don't know if you can.
This is why we're doing a video podcast and not a radio podcast.
Yeah.
There it is. I see it.
There
I
you
see
go.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
You can kind of see the
yeah.
disc dot there. And I'm going to
Make the
Man, that thing's bright.
make the putt.
Sounds like he's far away.
Yeah.
There it is.
Hey, good to see you, Paige.
I was-
Pat.
Pat, I was really glad not to hear broken glass right there.
Yeah, same.
I was kind of hoping I wasn't going to hear anything.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
No.
Hey, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Thanks for having me. You guys have a great night.
See
you, Pat.
I love that he had to take the sunglasses off for the nighttime shot. That made sense. I'm not sure if that was going to happen or not.
Sun never sets on a badass, if you know what I mean.
Austin, tell the people goodbye if you want to.
No, I'm going to hang out. I'm going to be here for the rest of the night.
Well, I think this is the rest of the night. That's what I'm saying. I've got like.
Oh, I'm just kidding, dude. I'll see you all next week. Austin Lytle.
Oh wow, that was a show. That was fun. Thanks, Pat. Again, once again, look at the stuff on the bottom of the screen to win all this stuff from DiscDot. It's actually super rad, and I wanted to skim a bunch off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to bother him and get on the team. I'll be the 109th person on the team. Next week, we have Greg Mueller from RecTech Group.
Yes!
He's a giant sponsor of DiscDot. He hangs out with our homeboy Joe Costa all the time, or maybe vice versa. I'm not sure how that relationship works. Those guys are rad. They sponsor a lot of disc golf. Cody uses their products. This dude is rad. We're going to do it. It's going to be awesome. Do not forget Brawl for Fridays tomorrow, week 5, Canton Caviar. Time change, signing in 3:45 to 4:45, teeing off at 5 p.m. sharp. I swear to God, if you show up at 5:01, I'm going to throw a beer at you. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm Adam. See you, bye.
If you guys are running late on my weekly dubs, just message me. We'll wait for you. We'll wait for you. No big deal. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friends to subscribe. If I see somebody tag their friend and their friend subscribes, I'm gonna send you a DiscDot. I don't even care anymore. We need subscribers to be internet famous on YouTube. Thanks everybody. Love y'all. See you next week.
Shoppers, can I get a fucking oh yeah? Thank you.